Bro, when it comes to this podcasting stuff, you know this. Whenever you do something creative, everyone starts copying it. And the beautiful part about this is, if you want to copy it, 1 year, motherfucker. One year.
You have to wait for 1 year.
1 year. 1 year.
But I noticed something. I rather get 10,000 dirham per month doing what I love than making $1 million a month doing something I hate. The only twist in this story is that what I love can get me 10 million a month if I do it properly.
Yeah.
So what I love, not only that I love it, but it's more beneficial than a quick fix for my life.
You know Ethan Klein? You know his pod? Ethan Klein, H3H3, you know?
No.
They do, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, the whole team, everyone has a camera and a...
For me, you know what's my favorite podcast?
Which one?
Fit and Fit. Fit and
Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit. Because it's banal, but it's entertaining.
Bro, I used to watch them so much. I think love how much they upgraded their setup and everything.
But they killed them. YouTube killed them. YouTube killed them.
And they themselves also, not Myron, what was it? Fresh. Fresh was being a little bit...
He's stupid.
Pina colada, exactly. He did like everything they preached. What?
So basically, look.
Okay?
Yeah,
Good? Does your mic also work?
Yeah. Bro,
Say
just...
something, Omar. Hi,
just
Why you always get shy on
just try to
Yeah.
make it like 90 degrees with your face.
Bro,
Up to you.
open-
With the
open your
better
mouth,
for
do
better
whatever you want.
acoustics.
For now, we just need to focus on all the other things.
Yeah. Let's do it, bro. I'm ready.
How are you? Tell me. We're doing it. We're in it.
I'm happy, bro.
You're happy?
I'm happy because I'll tell you why. First of all, I remember the first time seeing your reel.
Yeah.
I was like, if this guy would keep doing podcasting,
Yeah.
we'll have a great community. Like
Yeah.
we will have him, we will have others like Souk, for example.
Yeah.
Like there is few podcasters. I'm not talking about the podcast. I'm talking about the host.
Yeah.
We have few cool hosts with cool hosting skills
Yeah.
that I want to see more.
But I retired, bro. Allah. Like, I left it on a good note. Like,
No, bro.
Retired with that one.
Actually, you're not very consistent.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I'll tell you. It's basically when I went back to doing the videos. This is the problem with your first ever video, because I keep telling everyone it was my first ever video I posted across. But I never even posted YouTube. Nothing. This was my first ever.
2.4 million.
Bro, it psychologically really like destroys you in every way. And the problem is, like, at that time when I was speaking to you guys, I came on the pod, I told you guys, it was still, even though there was some time to it, but it was still very fresh. Bro, it was crazy the amount of things that came towards my path, and I didn't know how to deal with it.
Just one
Before
clip.
I posted it, I prepared myself in every way on what, like, if you get negativity, it's fine. If you do this, I was ready in every way, but I wasn't ready if it does well or crazy. And people start to like know you. People are gonna start messaging you.
Yeah.
This whole thing. I always use Instagram as like a normal person.
Till now, there is nobody I show him. Oh, you know this guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Till now, nobody tell me no. And it's 2.4 million. Knowing that in Dubai
Now it's
we're
2.7. That's the crazy
2.7 million.
Yeah.
How many people were in Dubai?
Bro, majority. Bro,
But how many
Dubai.
people are in Dubai?
I don't even know.
Omar, do you know?
The research you're doing.
I think we're like 3.9 million in Dubai.
Yeah.
I think, or 4 million. The total of UAE is 9 million. I'm sure about this.
9 million, but in Dubai, I think it's around those.
I think,
those
yeah,
numbers.
Dubai, it's, I think, the most populated city. I think it's around 3.6 million, guys. So 3.6 million, they saw it. 2.7 million, they saw your reel.
majority.
And Dubai have 3.6 million. So I would say maybe 40% of Dubai population
And it's crazy.
saw it.
And you know, like when you put it out, obviously you would want things like this to happen, but it was too much and it was affecting.
But
the
why
business.
you're not consistent?
It was affecting the business, and it wasn't making money. If I was in the UK and I posted the same video, I would have made one rack, because on TikTok it got over 1 million views. And if a video is over 1 minute and it's your own content, you get paid for it.
Yeah, but like, don't think about payment.
That's fine. But the problem is, at that time I was renting the studios, right? So if I wanted to rent the studios, shoot the content, do the stuff, it requires that.
But you if you wanna be if you wanna work as a podcaster or a podcast producer, and you have a successful podcast,
100%.
that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm using my small, I would call it small success, to...
Not small success, bro. You're one of the most consistent people.
Thanks, bro.
You always keep it.
Yeah.
From the last time we spoke to now, you've literally doubled in size
Yeah.
in terms of, and what people don't understand when it comes to podcast following, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
The people actually come and watch your clips, interact with them and everything. Even if you, I always say this, if on a real like long form podcast, you get 2,000 views each time, it's equivalent to like 100K views per Instagram video.
Yeah.
It's a different ballgame, especially if they listen to the whole thing. And that's the game that no one else is trying to play because of how difficult it is.
I'm struggling with YouTube. It's my main focus, but I'm struggling with YouTube. Even though I'm monetized, I have
It's very
2,800 subscribers on YouTube, but still it's a struggle.
It's so different. Every single one of them is so different. But I think, remember that time I told you, I think I figured out how to, obviously you're never going to know like perfectly what to do. You have to like, as you go. But I figured out this thing. And one part of it did require a studio. The reality is I was never comfortable in the other studios. It didn't have the thing I needed. I tried every single one. Very inconsistent in producing podcast studios. I'm not going to name them specifically, but one day there's a different guy there and he doesn't know exactly how to do this. One day you bring your guests and they have another guest that took 30 minutes more time, even though I booked this timing. It was very inconsistent and organized, and they don't care because for them I'm like, they can clearly just create a simple formula where if you have every booking there's a 15-minute gap. They don't want to do that because they're going to lose money. They want to make money. And the problem is I couldn't do it. And once I had a few problems, I was like, okay, I have enough, how do I say, like on my podcast page, with the third guest, we generated like, each video was like 150K minimum. And I was like, okay, I have enough proof that I should really go after this thing and take all my money and invest into my own studio and get it going the proper way. I needed an amazing producer, which is Omar, who looks so focused right now trying to figure out what's going on. He's like, oh fuck, I forgot the camera. Is everything good? Everything's amazing.
Yeah, but you're killing it. But for me,
the consistency part, you're 100% right.
YouTube is a long game. Like Instagram, in my third month, I know I'm gonna blow up. But YouTube, either you will put your head and shoot. No, don't miss any week. I never miss a week for the last 10 months. I started 10 months ago.
That's
I never
amazing,
missed
bro.
a week. Each
People don't understand
weekend.
how difficult it is, bro.
Yeah, it's like so hard, but I love it. It's like I'm not like complaining. I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm loving every minute from this new journey. But there is a hack for YouTube, which is bringing a famous guest or a bunch of famous guests. It will put you on a map somehow. There is a compound in YouTube. There is compound viewership, meaning all your videos, how many views they're bringing for you per 48 hours. And I'm tracking that compound effect, and it's getting more. It used to be 30 views per 2 days. Now it's minimum 180 views. So from 3,000 to
podcasting, that's a big deal.
on YouTube. Like as a new podcast, I'm happy. I never brought someone like who's a famous YouTube famous, meaning I never brought someone who have like more than 100K on YouTube. Majority of my guests are people who are big maybe on Instagram or in their fields. Yeah. So that's the hack. Either bring famous people or you are like crazy charismatic that people for some reason, or a chick with like a good cleavage or something. It depends. It depends what's the...
Look, there's so much to it. The best thing I realize is 100% the thing that you know the most and you keep telling me, that's one of the things I love about you. You always give things straight, exactly like what's on your mind, the raw answer you give it. I do need to be more consistent. That's the number one thing with YouTube.
Yeah.
But then the second thing, it always comes down to strategy. Like it really comes down to, okay, why are we doing this? How is this actually going to work? And one thing I realized about YouTube, you're taking away viewers from other YouTubers. You're not actually like on Instagram where you fall into this For You page. The way it works is, for example, if I'm making content in the business niche, okay, how big is that niche in the podcasting scene? What's happening is that 1 week that guy doesn't post, I have the chance to actually take over the audience. Or every single time there's a huge podcaster, a huge one like Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
What ends up happening? Theo Von, Lex Friedman, and then from Lex Friedman who came? Andrew Huberman. All these people, it's like its own podcasting community.
Yeah.
The reality is we do not have that in Dubai. And in Dubai, everyone.
That's why
like
I was
wolf.
happy when I saw you. I don't see it as competition. I see it as my field is getting bigger.
That's the thing.
And we have to work together.
We can't. With podcasting, it cannot. It's not a bunch of wolves trying to make things happen. You need, how do I say, proper guests. and in ways that it can actually be like comfortable, because the whole getting a famous guest formula, it cannot keep on working.
Yeah, I mean, like from James Franco, you know, the guy, the ex, he put it off through that, and now he's getting big. He's one of the best. He's also charismatic. He pick good talking points. But to come back to what she said, when we start like inviting each other in different podcasts, creating this community, we will create a need for podcast viewership. And I don't know about what you said. You said that when someone don't post, that they maybe you'll have a... But YouTube works in so many different ways.
Who's the biggest podcaster in Dubai? Who's the biggest podcaster?
In Dubai?
First, in the world, who's the biggest podcaster?
Tamania.
In the world.
Well, Joe Rogan, but the most viewed podcast in the world is an Arabic podcast. I don't know if you know that.
How?
So the most viewed podcast in the globe is an Arabic podcast. You can check it out, Omar. It's an Arabic...
You know about this one?
Yeah, it's an Arabic podcast called Tamania.
Saudi Arabian, the guy?
Saudi Arabia, yeah. I think it's 1 million views plus.
Per pod?
No. It's one episode. The most viewed episode in the world is an Arabic podcast.
But the most consistent and like famous one, like the
Joe
most
Rogan, bro.
Joe Rogan, 100%.
He's the G.
Who's the second? I think it's that girl called her daddy girl. I think she's second.
Really? I don't know even
she
who
has
is she.
Bro, she's the second one. She's the one who got the second, I think, Spotify deal. You want some tea?
Yeah, let's do tea. Tea on podcast.
Let's get
I
some
love that.
tea
I'm
going.
loving the vibes of this podcast.
Yeah.
Did you get any information?
No, about the Arabic podcast. I couldn't.
No, just type like the most viewed podcast episode on YouTube.
But the biggest one is Joe Rogan. Now the thing I want to know is who's the biggest in Dubai?
The biggest podcaster in Dubai? AB Talks, bro.
AB Talks. Now
In the region as well.
his format, he is the biggest, which I do agree.
But it's a talk show.
Exactly.
I don't feel it's a podcast.
Exactly. Again,
You don't do tea,
again, when
there's
I'm
no
saying this
dates.
stuff, I'm not like exactly. I'm not
Yeah.
like shitting on him. He's
He's
fucking
killing
huge, killing it. But it's again, in my opinion, it's just not a podcast. Like when we look at Diary of a CEO, he's okay. Who's been the most in the last 2 years?
I wanted to tell
fastest
you.
is Diary of a CEO.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you maybe the second best is Diary of CEO.
He right
Stephen
now
Bartlett,
actually,
yeah.
ever
Stephen
since-
Bartlett is killing it. Is the podcast that gives the most value worldwide.
100%.
The value he
100%.
gives, wow.
But then again, it's all. Even Joe Rogan says himself when he went on other podcasts, like, man, you guys are turning this into a show. Like it's not anymore
not
like
chill.
that simple podcasting
Yeah.
going on. But then when you look at his own thing and the people that came out of it and became huge, bro, they don't give a fuck about thumbnails. They don't give a fuck about this. They're just themselves, and people watch it for that. And that's why it goes back into this thing. So I want to ask you a question. Let's say, for example, you're in the situation that AB Talks is, right? What are you going to keep doing? You're going to keep getting big guests on, right? But that's, for me, that's where the problem
Yeah,
comes
but
in.
it's his format. It's format like it's his.
That became his format.
Yeah,
right?
it's his business model. He's making money. Actually, by the
Amazing
way,
money.
whatever we're doing, me and you, like we're becoming production. We started as podcasters, we become productions. It's actually his story as well. You know, he started like 8 years ago. Or like, the podcast is so
He's
old.
been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's 6 or 8, but like between that. And his first podcast is a normal podcast, like this one. I think it was with a football player, if I'm not wrong.
He started with a football player?
I think, yeah, local football player. It was
Was
a
it
long
Amori?
time ago, yeah.
Amori?
I don't remember the name of the
Funny
football,
one, I
but it was a normal podcast, like a normal, simple podcast.
But the thing is, how do I put this? Let's say you're in that position. You're the biggest podcaster. What do you do? Who do you format? And this is where it comes to me. What I'm trying to do is I want to hopefully be able to have a big enough format that to the point where I can bring someone who's not famous, but I know would help the sphere of this community.
Okay, I'll tell you
And
something.
then they grow, then everyone grows,
Yeah.
then the culture changes. That's how culture
let
shifts.
me tell you. I did the study of what's a podcast before starting a podcast.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, we all know the story of podcast like the iPad, and that's okay. We all know that. But what's podcasting is either a panel, an L shape, or what's Joe Rogan did, which is the one-to-one table talk. So that's a Joe Rogan thing. But before Joe Rogan, it was like a panel, group of people, 3 to 4 people, with a host, a co-host or 2 co-hosts, and a guest or 2. So it's a group of people talking. That's a broadcast. And the broadcasts, they exist before the talk shows.
Yeah.
So before we had the biggest talk shows, the late show and all of that bullshit, there used to be podcasts in radio. So it's older than TV. So now radio is coming back, but with the screen. So that's the only difference. What you said, how I can make a podcast that people can watch without a guest, is that when you have a panel, 3 people, and they are discussing what's happening in their society, the new stuff that's happening in their society, the election of Donald Trump, this thing happened, whatever is happening in our daily life,
Do you know about that?
DeepSeek,
Or no?
the Chinese thingy.
600
So whatever
billion.
happening in life, you just meet your buddies. You're all charismatic. You all have your own communities on social media, and you're meeting all together. You're discussing something that everybody want to hear about. This is how you can make a podcast that is going viral, and the people in it, they are the authority figure that why people are watching, and you grow with a podcast.
But let's say there's someone you met, let's say a comedian, right? And you have a platform, but he's not famous yet, but you know that people know about this guy. He's going to get huge.
Yeah.
And it would help the atmosphere itself. Because let's be honest, the content level in Dubai currently is here. It's here. There's when it comes to creativity, when it comes to the biggest content creators, the level is just not where it is in the
Just
UK,
want to tell you, I like
in America.
this thanks,
You
bro.
like this?
It's sick. I love it. That's the best podcast ever. Bro. You have tea in days. Bro. I'm loving it. But, sorry.
Just a chill. Like if we hang out and we're talking, we're gonna be eating.
Yeah,
something,
it's like
right?
we're recording our hangouts. Right.
But basically, what I was going with is like, you give him a platform, and then what ends up happening is he ends up being more consistent, and then the content that people watch in Dubai starts changing.
Yeah.
It goes away from the whole the cringy videos and trying to trigger people and everyone just being a course seller into more of a conversation happening, something like that. More of these things. Then that guy gets built up, then it keeps on going. That's the thing we're waiting on. We're waiting for example, what happened with Joe Rogan? He was always in LA. He moved to Texas. He literally, one of the biggest podcasts, comedy podcasts in the world called Kill Tony right now. They're taking, the whole city they're in is changing. It's changing. Like everything, the comedians that are there, the people who came huge out of that. And that shifts culture.
Look, first of all, the people who think podcast, a guy with a that's another guy with a mic. For those people who say this, and for the people who say that podcasting is a dying trend or is a trend, it's not a trend. It exists before talk shows. It's actually, well, we all take, everybody take videos and posts and do content. Why it's a trend? It's not a trend. It's the new thing. So podcasting, a guy with a mic, it's not a trend. It's something that will stay. But a lot of people will start it, but they will not continue. So consistency is important.
I really agree with that.
What you said
It's
about
difficult,
what you said about finding someone charismatic, comedic, whatever, and you know that this person, people will watch him. You have to have the quality of a scout, of a director. Because if you have a podcast, if you're running a podcast, producing a podcast, you have to act and think like you're producing a podcast, or you're a producer. You're a director as well at the same time. So you have to see the eye, like the host and the people, the co-hosts there, the people who are in the podcast, they are like actors in it. Like even though they're being themselves, but like it's a show in the end of the day. It's entertainment or like educational thing. Now, to add to what you said, oh, a lot of people, we see them as cringe. The content is not good. What I'm seeing in Dubai is that there is no podcast. There is podcast clips.
Yeah.
People, they staging, they bring someone and like the camera is here and there is a teleprompter and he's pretending he's talking to a guest.
But why? But the question is why?
They're using, so podcast clips, they're very powerful. They're very powerful tool.
Yeah, for sure.
So they're using that. First of all, I know a lot of those tricks. What they do is that they scout the internet. They find a clip that went viral of someone talking to his mobile, whatever he's saying.
But they know that thing works.
They rephrase that. They make a better hook. They put it with the good lighting and a guy looking at the wall saying those words, and the camera is looking at him. They post it and boom, it go viral. But like that's not podcasts.
But why don't they do podcasting? Why?
They can't. They cannot hold a conversation like this one.
I don't think that's the reason.
Well, they not. They
That
want
is
the
one
easy
of
way.
them. That is one of the reasons. But the main one for me is in Dubai, who listens to podcasts and when do they? Like when you look at America, right? You just imagine. Okay, just imagine the person listening to this podcast right now. Yeah, what are they doing if they're in Dubai? And then imagine the person on the other side. So in America, they have very different like lifestyle and everything. For example, truck drivers, right? many of them listen to podcasts because while they're just on the way, always
They
listen to
listen,
podcasts. Someone who's working in fast food, right? They're listening to podcasts while they're flipping the burgers, and if they don't need to talk and stuff,
Yeah.
right? A lot of the podcasting happens just like throughout normal life. Like when do I listen
It's
to
a
my
culture,
podcast?
yeah.
When do I listen to a podcast? When I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning stuff. I just have the
You
podcast
cook, bro?
on. Yeah, I cook. It's not good though, but I cook. I wouldn't cook for someone. I don't think they're
You
gonna
cook
be
for
alive
yourself,
after
yeah.
that. Yeah. I want to even, bro. So that's. But then you look at Dubai. You look at the lifestyle here. Okay, let's forget the majority everyone thinks about. Let's just think about the average person, the one who's just living a normal life. When can they listen to a podcast? When you look at the work-life culture and balance in Dubai, it's very different. So you don't have that person who's the timing. Like when I tell people, oh yeah, 9 to 6, and sometimes we just stay longer. They're like, do you get paid more? I'm like, no, that's not really. Like it depends. You know, people don't want to lose their jobs. Everyone's applying. It's like we don't have that in Dubai. We don't have that thing. People are so tired with their work. Once they're done, they just want to go home, sleep, maybe eat something. They're like stuck in this process. So the time that there is to actually listen to a podcast, that's the part that's rare.
Okay, I agree with you, but in the same time, you know, it circles back to a lot of factors. First of all, when we talk about the culture of the US versus the culture in the Dubai, the culture in the US, you already said it, people, they listen to podcasts. Why? Because they created a need of that. They created a need. They because in the car they listen to radio forever. They used to open the radio and like they check something.
Because what else can they do?
And now there is Spotify.
Yeah.
There is their favorite podcaster, and he's bringing interesting subjects. He's funny. He knows how to speak. He's engaging. He's bringing cool guests, or it's a good panel. And I want to listen to what they're talking about because it's an actuality and they're cool and it's an entertainment. There is entertainment, and in the same time, I'm getting informed, and the culture is already built on that. Here, it's easy to create that culture because everybody listens to Virgin Radio for music, and in the same time, there is some people who listen to the news.
And there's a lot of traffic. So.
And there is a lot of traffic. So podcasters, we can be the solution for traffic. So people, they can tune in if they like you, and where they're going to find you in the clips. They like you first in the clips.
Yeah.
They follow you. They watch one or two of your episodes. They look you up on Spotify. They follow you. They listen to you sometimes. I need to be on Spotify. By the way, I don't exist in Spotify. That's why I'm not consistent.
In the end of the day.
But let me finish one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
About the culture here. What I want to say was something important about the culture. Yeah, that I remembered. First of all, so this is the first thing, the culture and how we can build it. The second thing, let's say Joe Rogan, he is the biggest podcaster in the world. So are we in the US, me and you right now?
No.
We're in Dubai, right?
Yeah.
So do you listen to Joe Rogan?
A lot.
Yeah. Why my podcast Checked will not be a podcast that is very interesting that someone from the US, someone from the UK, someone from Oman, someone from Egypt will listen to. That's what I want. That's my goal. My goal is the world. I don't want, it's no longer a regional thing.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
But we cannot, currently, we can't relate to the Americans, right? Because we don't live their life. We don't do their thing. So first we want our own community. We want our own people to like, just listen to our stuff, you know, like get that thing going. But it all comes down to, you said the Instagram clips, but then I also realized the conversion, even if you get a lot of viral videos, to go towards YouTube, it doesn't work because the brain that watches that is very different.
Super low.
So it comes back to, again, YouTube, and all these kind of different things. But in the end...
But let me correct
consistency.
something.
Yeah.
That's good you brought up this, Kash. Let's say I don't watch YouTube. I don't give a fuck about YouTube.
Okay.
I'm a 2001 born. I like only TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
I start following your clips. Every day you post one. I start following your clips. I start liking them. And then I start becoming a sort of fan towards your podcast. Do you think one day I will not go to the bio and click on YouTube?
Sure,
so this is how it works. By consistency.
But it's yes, consistency. And then the thing you said happens, the compound effect, and then you get that one big guy, and then it all starts rolling.
Yeah.
But in the end, like right now, the stage I'm at is consistency and actually getting people I want on. In Dubai, you see a lot with podcasting, and I'm sure you've also experienced this too. Sometimes we're not really getting someone on that we just want to actually talk to. We get people that's like, you know, it's like, oh, this will come out of it. If we want to have a 3-hour conversation, I don't want to be doing it with someone I don't actually want to talk to.
Yeah,
I don't actually care about. That would just get me views.
Yeah.
And it even shows. Like, for example, last year, I interviewed some of the biggest people. I never thought I would have the chance to do it. I did some of the biggest artists in the world. But the honest reality, and nothing against them, I don't really care. Like, I personally didn't care about it. And the sad part to me is, like, there's one guy who's like a hip-hop fanatic who's like such a passionate music guy that would love to do this, but wasn't. Why? Because it was a dumbass with long hair and instead getting the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I realized, because everyone always tells me, bro, for your first episode, for your second and third, you need like the biggest guy, this, da, da, da.
Yeah.
And Kash, you know them. You know this guy. Why don't you get him? I'm like, bro, let's just start. Let's just go with it. And that's why my video going viral was a big problem. Because out of nowhere, I'm in this league and it's like, oh, bro, what's your next video? It's like, motherfucker, I just started.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna post a second, third one. And then people came to me and they're like, oh, your next video and the next one after that didn't work. I'm like, no, but it wasn't the same thing. It was already made from before. Like, and you get into this whole phase and then you're like, what, should I really do this? Do I even really want to do this?
Can I help you with something?
Help me with many things.
Look,
I need help.
Yeah, look,
I do.
Well, I am.
We all do. Don't you need help with something?
I'm currently now doing a podcast. I'm a podcast producer, meaning if someone have once had a podcast, so these three people, either you want a podcast, you have a podcast, you had a podcast, you can keep up with it. I can help you. In your case, or before to talk about your case, in my job is doing the concept first. So I have to find for you a concept that is fit to your personality and
For
needs.
podcasting?
For podcast, there is a concept.
Let's not have a concept.
No, you're wrong about this.
Let's not. Let's just podcast.
No. Listen,
bro. Everyone has a concept. No, I'm telling you. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Trust me. No, I'm telling you, bro.
No, I'm not talking
why
about
concept?
you.
No, but why concept?
I'll tell you why.
No, but why concept?
I'll explain to you.
Tell me.
So, if you check any podcast, there is a concept behind it. You don't see it, but the reason why
the big ones.
The big ones.
Yeah, and when you go watch their first videos, their first 10 videos, is there a concept?
Yeah, that's why if you know they need a concept, if they started with a concept, they could have done it quicker.
No, let the process flow. Just do it.
But let me finish. If you have, see, this is a human evolution.
Yeah.
So if someone stayed 4 years to do something, that someone, he knows something. If he will tell me that thing, 100%. It will shrink the period. Yeah,
100%.
So I'll explain to you what I mean by a concept.
Yeah,
a concept is not really like a rule or something. It's more of a theme.
Yeah,
there is a theme. If you go to impulsive, there is a theme. If you go to flagrant, there is a theme. If you go to Stephen Bartlett, there is a theme.
Well, what's the best way to figure out the theme?
So okay. So if I know already what's your theme is. First of all, the theme is based on the host, not the guests. The host is the most important thing in a podcast. And people, they don't see that. You already have a persona where you are a person who is very good in storytelling. And when you bring your guest, first of all, if I am your producer, I will not tell you to have like questions and all of that. It's talking points, you telling your stories, and then your guest bouncing back. This is the best format of podcast, like not like a talk show. I ask you. This is what I see you. And I see you like a cool, laid back, I would say a little bit into Gen Z style or Gen Z population podcast, because there is none of this podcast here. It doesn't mean you have to be Gen Z to do a Gen Z podcast. Impulsive is Gen Z's mostly, but he's like a grown-ass guy. So that's what I think. Your theme is going to be Gen Z, laid back, storytelling, like funny stuff, funny anecdotes, what happened in high school, what happened when I went to Coldplay concert, and then your guest is bouncing back. And you work with all the influencers and the cool people from that segment of the population. 100%. This will make you a mega podcast in less than 6 months.
Inshallah. But this is the thing. This is what I realized from my whole journey with this whole thing and being inconsistent, as you know. Bro, end of the day, I'm such a multi-passionate person. Right now you tell me, Kash, let's go shoot a movie. I'll fucking come do it. I'm down for shit. I'm like, that movie, yes, He says yes to everything. Because I genuinely have this curiosity towards things. And I realized the only way to fix it is by just doing it. Like figuring out my theme. You know what was really bothering me after the third episode I did? I did not expect to actually reach that number that quick. especially not only from the real format but also the YouTube itself. Bro, people actually watch the thing, and
How
I
many
was so
views?
shocked.
How many views you have on each episode, long format?
Long format, it's always a minimum of 500. But
Bro, that's
but,
good.
But on that specific episode, bro, people watched, like 1,000 people actually watched it. They were commenting on it, and that shit was crazy to me. And their comments were like they genuinely watched it.
Yeah.
That for me was like, damn, like
What,
this is really
who was
working.
the guest?
It was Lewis. Love that guy, and it's such a crazy story about Lewis.
What does Lewis do?
So Lewis basically he eats like very healthy food, but in a very specific way. He goes against
the
diet
UK guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Bro,
seen that reels. Yeah,
I
I've seen
was
some.
following him on Instagram since he had like 70k followers. Okay, he's now blown to like 700k, and then I saw he's in Dubai, so I just decided to text him. And for me, it almost felt like I already know this guy, right? Because you watch their stuff. So when he came on the pod, it had everything I've always wanted. You connect with someone. You even after that we went and we had like tea, talked about life, talked about everything. You post the podcast, he benefits, I benefit. Like it had the whole thing that I wanted, and that's what gave me the confidence to go ahead. But what's the problem? Kash was doing the persona. He was doing the Steven. His name is Steven. Yeah, the big podcast guy now. Yeah. The Diver CEO, the way he does this thing, because what he does, it makes sense. If you do an intro for your podcast each time, you do that crazy thing, and then it's exactly your titles, and it works. And that's, if you watch the episode, I did it. And even the way I was wearing stuff, I was very professional. I didn't even make any jokes in the episode. That's the problem. Because I was going towards like what logically makes sense.
You did a concept. You tried a new concept.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's like, okay, Kash, but why don't you just do and be you? The problem is, bro, I don't know what me is in a podcast yet. That's why I want to do.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm a producer.
No, but let me tell you something. I, as a person, I don't know. Do I want to? I have this thing where out of nowhere I start talking passionately. I have this thing where I'm funny out of nowhere.
Yeah, you emote. You
Omar,
have the ability of emoting.
Omar, remember that podcast? So we had a podcast with the guy with the shiesty. Okay, which I'll tell you the story of it right now. Okay.
What's a shiesty?
Say something right now. Give it to me. Throw it here. That's why I love about the podcast. We can do shit like this. This is the shiesty.
See what you're doing now. It's a hook. If you start a reel with this, that's a hook, right?
Is that how you wear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with whom
Does
you
it look
did?
right?
With whom you did this podcast?
Yeah. So we did the podcast with the guy with the shiesty.
So the guy was wearing the shiesty.
Yeah. And our pizza's here. Everything happened at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's actually our pizza.
Yeah.
There's a hot girl walking by.
It would be better if it's a girl.
That would be good. A girl delivering pizza.
Yeah, that's definitely not a
It's
girl.
Yeah, it's not a girl. Cool guy, but not a girl. That's a nice idea. We should compete with Kareem by having girl delivery drivers.
Yeah, we will beat the market, man.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna deliver on time, man. I'm telling you. Or maybe that's how they come to the dates with me. They never come on time. Or maybe some don't even show up.
First of all, we will not even be able to do. Kareem, thanks a lot.
Do it for yourself also, bro, what you want to eat and shit. So funny how everything happens at the same time. We'll eat in a bit.
Yeah, we'll keep it aside.
Let's give it
So the guy with
Does
the
it cover the thing or no? It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
with
Bro,
the shiesty.
So there's this guy, I met him, and he had one of the craziest stories. And I was like, holy shit, you need to come do this on a podcast. And I was the second person he's ever told a story. He's like, he felt like he could be comfortable with me. And I told him, like, bro, you guys know? He's like, bro, I can't. Like, I genuinely can't.
He felt shy.
I was like, bro, I'll find a way. Find a way. No, because what he did, it wasn't illegal, but it's in the gray area. Bro, I don't want to talk, because I want to send you the episode for you to watch it.
All right,
but I'll just give you an idea of it. I found a way to do the podcast that the guy, you won't know who he is, and we even changed his voice. You know what's it called? The YouTube channel? Vice. You know the way Vice did it?
Yeah.
But it's like a 7-minute video. They covered the guy's face and they changed his voice. We did a whole podcast like that.
And you didn't post it yet?
No, because this one, bro, I have a crazy thing going on with this. I'm telling you.
It might go viral.
It's one of the craziest, bro. I checked the internet. No one has yet done it.
Nobody did that, yeah.
And also, the guy's story is genuinely crazy. Long story short.
It's all about the story. Yeah,
Bro,
it's all about the story.
I'll just tell you one thing, because this is going to come after that one's posted.
Yeah.
Bro, long story short,
click the link, the card. This is the episode with the guy with the shiesty. Here or here, whatever.
Yeah. Bro, he basically fucked over the casinos. He found this glitch, and he was fucking over the online gambling companies. He made $5 million out of it. Okay? And bro, this is the craziest part. But profit, by the way, not revenue. Profit he made out of it. And then he also later on, so he got kidnapped.
That's a nice story to have.
It's a crazy story, bro.
So he got kidnapped where?
In Canada.
In
I can say that. I was thinking about I can say that. Yeah, in Canada,
Yeah.
bro. And it's insane. He said the whole thing. He loved the pod, and for me, I was like, damn.
Is he an Arab?
Not kind of. Kind
Okay.
of.
We're not
kind
gonna
of.
disclose his.
Yeah, no, because bro, like that one. So he was gonna. This podcast starts with me telling him, bro, you're gonna wear the shiesty. You're not. You keep changing your mind because he was like, man, I just want to do it like raw. He called his lawyer, and his lawyer was destroying him, bro.
He was like, "Don't do it."
He was like, you will literally get
Yeah.
destroyed. It's the worst idea ever. Like, don't.
So
do
that's
it.
why you didn't post it yet.
We didn't post it because we had to mix the audio because what we realized is his mic had the effect, but he was talking so loud that in my own mic his actual voice was coming, which didn't have the effect to change the voice.
Yeah, but still, it will not be possible for them to get his voice from your mic.
I'm telling you, these casinos, they would. He fucked over one of the biggest casinos. Like they would actually go after him, and the guy's a little bit traumatized from getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
So like it was a whole thing. But long story short, that happened, and I'm planning to do this crazy editing style for the reel. When I do it, I'll send it to you. You'll be like, Cash, holy shit! Like no way, you just did that.
If
right
you,
now.
like
Something you've never seen. Remember, I told you that, and you've been in this.
You're
thing, you've seen
creative. You're
everything.
creative enough that I am sure you.
Bro, I promise you, when you see this, you're gonna be like, holy shit. Remember this. Once this gets posted, a whole trend of motherfuckers in Dubai are gonna start doing this shit. Remember how I told you that, okay?
Done.
And then we'll add this clip to it, huh? but look at this. That was a crazy podcast. Why? I just realized I'm able to platform people who can't show their faces, but they have incredible stories. And what's gonna happen is this is the problem. Well, how can you verify this is true? I asked them to verify everything to me, so the viewer has to gain trust in me. The same way we trust Vice. How do we know Vice doesn't get a random motherfucker and give them a script? Because you trust Vice. The Vice is known as these people who do the crazy stuff that the rest aren't doing.
Okay, that's a theme, bro.
So
you understand what I mean by theme?
That could be a part. Yes. That could be a part. But then I would love to have a podcast with you and we just have a chill session.
I would wear a shiesty for that.
You don't need to do it with a shiesty. Why?
You can be like
And then I want to have those learning podcasts. But throughout doing it, we feel it. And we have to try our best to not focus on the views, even though it does affect and does matter, especially when you're getting guests on.
Yeah.
But let's not focus on the views. Let's try to actually just be, and we ask ourselves, which one do I really like? Because bro, I can do something that's gonna get views. I know how to get the views. This is one of the best books on this. I should have not said on the book, but anyways, this is one of the best books on this. And the thing is, but will you keep doing that for the rest of your life? No. What are you comfortable with? How about you take the thing you actually like and find a way to make that work? That's the only way I can realize is this. Like right now, this is the first chill pod we're doing. There wasn't any podcast where there's pizzas and Omar has a mic and he's serious all the time.
That's a podcast.
You know, that's what I love about it. But as we go, we figure it out. At some point, there might be a team, right?
Yeah.
The problem with Dubai is, we try to perfect everything so much because, mashallah, the city is perfect, right?
Yeah. Look, we can be circle back to what you said. We don't have the culture of the US, and the US people maybe they have more time to watch podcasts. But we are UAE.
We'll create it.
Yeah, UAE is like the USA of the MENA region.
I'll make them. I'll go hold their hands. Listen.
No. Like people,
in the traffic, I'll go.
Look. Today, when you say a story about Dubai, people will listen to it.
Yeah,
they will go and they will. Oh, someone in Oman, someone in I don't know, someone in France.
Bro,
a story like I want to ask you, your caviar reel.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
How many people watch it outside of the UAE? You have the stats?
It did end up going into like America. There were people from California texting.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact stats.
Any story in Dubai? Any story in Dubai is like the New York of the MENA, and it's better than New York, like in a way. So New York have more history and more culture, yes. Mm-hmm. But Dubai, stories in Dubai, they're crazy, man.
No. Compared to New York, this one I'm gonna come
No.
I'm a Dubai guy. I'm telling you, it's different. But I'll tell you one thing though. One thing that's needed.
Yeah.
We need our own characters. Like again, I'm gonna be honest. I want to be raw on the podcast. I have things.
This is raw.
Yeah.
This shit is raw.
I have things. Let's hope the pizza's not raw though. This is gonna be raw, but the pizza shouldn't be raw. Papa, your pizza is not raw. Hopefully, we're gonna find out. Eat it. Let's see if it's actually raw or not. You want a slice or something? You good? Here. You're not hungry?
You just need tissue, bro.
Omar, it's not a good look for me. The producer doesn't let the producer eat. It's not a good look. Wallah. Go viral for the wrong reasons.
So yeah.
But let's see, bro. I was saying, like for example, there are things that I'm insecure about. There are things that I'm working on myself on. I'm trying to become the best version of myself. The Dubai, as we know it, and many of these content creators, it's an act. Let's be honest. To be a content creator, you kind of have to be an actor, right?
Come on.
It's a script of these things. It's not real. You don't actually know who the real person is. And we ourselves need to grow ourselves, our characters. For example, what's one of my biggest goals? I need to actually get fit this year for once in my fucking life, bro.
Yeah.
I need to get fit as we're eating pizzas. I'm saying this, but you know, like this needs to happen, right?
Food
And
is a very
so people who watch us, we're just not this individual who's having a conversation. We are something beyond someone who can just get attention.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna listen to a guy for 3 hours you don't actually respect. Let's be honest. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Most of these content creators, I'm gonna be honest.
In Dubai.
I don't respect them as an
Okay,
individual. If you
who's-
put a lie detector test,
I want to ask you, who's the content creator you like in Dubai?
fuck, that's a hard one. Let me think about this. Who is it that you like? You go first.
I like comedian. I like two actually. I like my parents are
Imagine you
divorced.
start saying parents.
Yeah. And I like Fahad.
You cooked with that one. I like that
I like
guy.
Fahad, the guy who do like, isn't it concerning?
Yeah,
Posture.
yeah.
That's it.
And mashallah,
Oh,
that guy,
shit.
bro, built a whole business behind this whole thing.
K9, yeah.
Did amazing with his business and everything. Omar, take a slice. Take a slice. Come on, I know you're hungry. Take a slice. Is everything good on camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, you actually said the ones, and now that I'm thinking about it, I really like it. I like the Emirati comedian, Ali. He's really good. He said he's down to also do the pod. I'm excited for him to come on too.
Who?
Ali, the Emirati comedian.
I don't know him.
Don't know. I'll show you the video. Omar, pull him up on the thing. Pull him up. As you tell me, I love this, bro. But anyways, Ali, put Ali comedian, Emirati comedian. You'll see. I think it's ABC, Ali comedy, something like that on Instagram. But dude, long story short, I really like the parents. My parents are divorced guy because bro,
For me,
really
he's super
creates
funny, bro.
content.
He's super funny.
And bro, he's sending out his shows that he's doing here. He's on the way, and I really want comedians to take off in Dubai.
Comedians, rappers, musicians.
Bro.
We need that culture here.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how does it work? The way it works is someone has to sacrifice so much and actually be such a good individual that realizes how shifting culture works. And once you understand that, you have to platform the right people that you actually want to platform. Like, this guy's a good guy. Let me give him a platform. He's going to do good in the world. He's going to do
You know
better.
what's the meaning of synergy?
No, what is that?
Synergy is when two things, they energize each other. Like a dynamo.
Mm-hmm.
This adds to this and this adds to this.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So let's say us podcasters, we invite musicians and comedians, and the audience of the musician and the audience of the comedian, they will see the other artist.
Yeah.
And also they will see us as podcasters, and our audiences, they see these people. So we will create a synergy, like our communities, they will intermingle, and it will grow all. This is how Hollywood happened anyways. Like what's going in the US, this is how it happens. The musicians meet with the
But
actors.
why is it not happening here? Because everyone's wolves. Everyone works so hard together, and now they don't want to.
Or maybe
they
Dubai-
think it's sharing. But the way I try to put it is, it expands your own niche. You just don't see it.
Yes. Also, we're a new city. We're still starting.
That's what's exciting for
I
me.
believe that's gonna happen here, bro. Why I'm doing short films, bro.
Why?
Because nobody's doing proper. No, there is people who are doing short films, but I'm telling you, they're doing them for the festivals, for the money, to get like a fund. I want to do it to create a community, to create a culture. We did 2 short films. I didn't post any yet. I'm gonna post in
The
March.
ones you showed me, the real estate ones.
The one I showed you. And last year we shot one. It's edited, and we're gonna shoot a new one this month. And I'm planning to make 1 short film per month, just to create this community, start like the ball rolling.
What's the short film that you're gonna create? That you're thinking
It's about it's called Paper Money.
paper money. What does that mean? Tell me. Tell me
So
a
it's
bit about it.
so I go with the synopsis. It's about 3
When you're short film, you put it out and it starts doing well. We'll show them the clips
Yeah.
that you talked about it. Go
we will
ahead.
react.
Yeah. Tell me.
So it's about 3 friends. They're walking in the street, and they find a bag full of money. That's the beginning of the end of their friendship. It's a 6 minutes short film, but there is a lot of plot twists in it.
A lot of plot twists. Why do you like? What do you think got you into film and being so passionate about this kind of stuff?
Bro, I remember the first TV when I was like 4 years, 5 years old. I still remember the texture of the TV, the buttons, the sound.
You're talking as if you're a grandpa, bro.
Yeah, no, but like
The way the button was on and off.
yeah, it wasn't like it was not like a smart TV. It was like old.
Yeah.
I remember even the sound of the buttons when you click on them. I can hear it now. And I remember I used to love movies, man. Man, when I have
What's your favorite movie?
That's a very hard question to ask someone who's into movies. But
what's your favorite?
my favorite movie is gonna be odd if I'm gonna tell you the name of the movie because it's not really like mainstream. But I'll have an answer for. I'll give you an answer for it. My mainstream favorite movie is Interstellar because I'm obsessed with
Film
time.
and everything, yeah.
My favorite movie per se, it's a movie called The Butterfly Effect, starred by Ashton Kutcher.
I watched it. I don't know. Sure, go on.
I like also Glengarry Glen, Boiler Room. I like sales movies. I like Ocean's 11, Focus. I like Mind Games and con artist movies. I love them. But yeah, my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, I think Interstellar for some reason because I'm obsessed with time. I mean, yesterday I watched 4 movies in a row. I had a burnout. I worked 4 days nonstop for 12 hours every day. And then I had a burnout around 7 p.m. I watched 4 movies till like 3 p.m. a.m.
4 movies?
4 movies to like re-energize. Like I literally, when I watch a movie, it's like I had like a good nap with like, I don't know. It's like you gave me like 50,000 dirhams.
You go into this creativity.
I just go somewhere
it's inspiring.
else. I get sucked into, if the movie is like, what I did yesterday, I watched The Menu and like there is themes I follow. Like when I like a movie from a certain theme, I end up watching 4 or 5 from the same theme. I watch The Menu, and then I watched The Island.
What's
The
The Menu?
Village.
Is it
The
about
Menu,
like a restaurant
no,
menu
The
food or
Menu
something,
like
or
is
is
like
it-
a psycho chef. He have like this island. There's a restaurant and I like top tier notch for like you have to book 1 year advance. They have this type of restaurant and he do a final show where in the end he will kill everybody in the. They bring them into an island and they serve food.
Yeah.
Like there is like so many dishes made like
Where did this come
meticulously.
out? Where did it come out?
At Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
You have Disney Plus subscription?
Yeah.
Damn, you're a movie guy.
I'm a movie
you have
guy.
all of them,
So I
man.
watched the Menu and then I watched after the Menu. What did I watch? Anyway, I watched the Menu Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is Bruce Willis.
I think I know this one.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
so-
It's the best among the ones I watched yesterday. The Village. It's like a village. People they're living like still the 30s lifestyle, but like in the 21st century. And one girl, she had to go to bring medicine for her husband. She's blind. Anyways. The last 3 weeks starting to become hectic. I launched the CHEKD Media. So there is CHEKD Films. There is CHEKD Talks. That's the known one in Dubai.
What's checked? Why do you choose checked? Which is on your cap. Why
CHEKD? CHEKD. So basically, when we were starting the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
we were trying to. We did the to-do list. We did some guests that we wanted to contact. We said we are trying to prepare and we will find the name. And then when we start talking to the guests that if they want to be on our podcast, when we finish, we say, okay, this person is checked. This person is checked. This person is checked. This person.
That's how the game came
And
into
yeah,
fruition.
I was like, guys, that's the name. Then we write CHE, the whole words is checked as it is with ED at the end. And I said, guys, that's a lot of letters. And I was like, okay, let's delete all the vowels. We keep only one vowel, the E in the middle.
Yeah.
And this is how CHEKD happened, bro.
Checked, and now you launched the.
And but by the end of
media.
each episode, we say to the person like if you're on CHEKD or Kash, you've been checked.
You've been checked, and then you shoot him after that.
No,
or
checked. No,
Just
like,
check?
Just checked.
Damn,
This is
would be
like
a lot
tick.
cooler.
Pak.
That would go
Rak.
viral. That would go viral after just like that, you know.
No, then it's gonna be a Joker scene.
Oh,
Chaos in the city.
What else is
Bro,
new?
I love the Joker, by the way.
But
I don't
not
like
Joker
Joker
2.
2.
Yeah.
It's shit.
You actually watched
You
it or
fucked
no?
up Hollywood. It was
You
bad.
actually watched it or?
I watched 2.
Bro, the reactions were so bad. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it.
No, you have to watch. Well, you like musicals?
Oh no.
Then
no,
don't watch
no,
it.
no.
For
Don't
me,
music. I used to watch when
anybody
I was
who
a kid
like
was High School Musical.
Okay,
man.
do you
Yeah.
like? Did you like 1? Obviously, you did. Watch 2 because For example, everybody was like, "Oh, Matrix 4 is shit," but the people who love Matrix and they went to watch Matrix 4, at least they had a closure. The people who said, "Oh, Gladiator 2 was such a," I'm disappointed.
No,
It
that
was,
one was.
that was good,
That
yeah.
was good, bro.
but for some reason, it cannot. It's like you
Can't top the first
like,
one.
yeah, like you having a 2 million reel. Like the second reel that will top that one, it might happen after 3 months, 4 months, but not the next one. You will have a dip and then it will grow again. So for me, I
Or
like
I just won't be consistent. Khalas, it stays like that.
just be consistent. For
I know,
me,
I'm
you know,
joking,
you know
yeah,
what's the
yeah.
mistake in? There is only one mistake when it comes to content: is not posting. If you post a piece of content that will bring you like 500 views, that's not a mistake. It's a piece of content that hit 500 views. The mistake is not posting.
Yeah, because that's zero.
Okay, not only that, the mistake is not posting for a week. That's a big mistake in content. If you want to make it in content, you have to post. Very simple. And content will help you in other things. Like with my podcast, I'm able to shoot my short films. I'm able to set up a company, a production company, just because I have a podcast.
What made you be like, damn, I'm gonna open my own production company?
So I actually wanted to. I opened my first production in 2013. No, 14. No, 1 second. Not 13. Sorry, I'm bad.
You
with-
want another piece?
Yeah.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, 2014, I opened my first production in Algeria. It's called Avatar, and we did.
You made the movie Avatar?
No. It's
That
the
would be
name
cool
of
though. Anyways, go on.
the name of the media production. We used to do like TV shows with the local TV channel
Yeah.
there in Algeria. Something small. We did only one TV show by the way. And then I came to Dubai. I wanted a different challenge. So the idea of having a production was always there. And then I wanted to have a platform. I wanted to call it Dubai-ish, where I will have short films and podcasts. And I always wanted to do short film first. Then I wanted to do the podcast. I tried like 6-7 short films. I didn't like them. I deleted all of them. I mean, I'm talking about what happened for the last 6-7 years in my life. And I was like, wait a minute. There's a lot of podcast studios in Dubai. Let me start a podcast first. Then I will do the short films. And voila. Trying to do that since 2015.
What's the most thing you're proud about from the things you're doing? The most one you're like, damn, I'm happy.
I'm happy I quit my. I think I'm happy I give up my work in ways that to the point that they just fired me from my work. I used to
What
work
was
in
it?
Louis Vuitton. I used to work for Louis Vuitton like as a client advisor, and I was doing so good, and suddenly I had a big problem. I lost 300,000 dirhams. I had
lost
this. Yeah, I it's like a bad investment. I had a surgery and like all my stuff collapsed and my productivity at Louis Vuitton dropped.
Yeah.
So they had to let me down, let me go because they don't care. It's capitalism. They don't give a fuck. And they didn't let me go directly. They gave me like a program I have to do, like a performance improvement program. And they were like, okay, we will put you in a 3 months performance improvement program. And if you don't make it in these 3 months, we will have to terminate your thingy, your contract.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's me, Walid. Like I was killing it for the last 2 years and a half. What they're talking about? I have problems. There's like a group of managers.
But we're killing it in what way? Like you?
I was the highest.
Sales?
I was the highest in high-end sales. So basically, high-end in Louis Vuitton is croco bags, luxury
But
goods.
how does it work? Like you're there,
So
and someone
in
comes
Louis-
in and you sell them.
Yeah. So in Louis Vuitton, there is high-end and there is normal products. High-end products, they're gold, like jewelry, crocodile or anything made with exotic leathers, and watches. And I was working in Louis Vuitton level shoes, so we didn't have a lot of luxury goods. So I was one of the first people who take that store to the next level when it comes to selling. I used to sell.
How do you do it?
I find a person, if I see that his potential, he can buy a high-end piece. I propose it for him and I follow up with him till I close him.
But how? Like what was the trick you had that, like, you know, in sales specifically, like what gave you advantage over the rest? What
Bro,
did you realize? Like
I was not a bully, but I was so direct. For example, I used to say things. I remember there was this lady. I'll tell you the story. There was this lady. She came to Louis Vuitton when I was working. It was my second year, And she was like, oh, there's this bag. I'm looking for it for 6 months. I tried it in Paris. I wish I bought it in Paris, but you guys stopped it. I was like, can I see the picture? She was like, yeah, that's the picture. I checked the picture. I was like, we have it. They launched it again. I went inside. I brought the bag. She got the bag. She spent like 15 minutes trying it, opening it, asking me questions.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, she was like, all right, thank you. She gave me back the bag. I held the bag and I was like, but what do you mean by thank you? So you will pay card or cash? She was like, no, I will think about it. And she was a real estate agent, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to ask you something. You said that you've been wanting this bag for the last 6 months, right? She was like, yeah. And you said that you wish you bought it 6 months ago. She was like, yeah. And my manager was listening to this when I was talking, one of the seniors.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yeah, it's true. I wanted to get this bag and I wish I bought it. But like, I was like, you're a real estate agent. She was like, yeah, I'm a real estate agent. I was like, listen, madam, this is not an apartment. That's a bag. This is fashion. She was like correct instantly. It's like, you cannot want something in fashion. There is no overthink. There's not an investment.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they tell us we have to say that buying a Louis Vuitton item is an investment, but it's not an investment. It's like a coup de foudre in French. Like it's what you love. Yeah, if you love it, when you love something, you buy it. You know what I mean? If you wanted to buy this bag for a long time, you're a lady, you like this bag, buy it. And she was like, you know what? I'll pay card.
How much was your commission on that, if you don't mind?
No, it was a shit commission. It was 0 point something. It was a canvas bag. It was not like a... But like, for example, when it comes to luxury, like, for example, the first luxury item, like Croco wallet I sold, a lady came, they bought like Croco wallets. Nobody even proposed the Croco wallets. And I remember that morning, the briefing, they was like, okay, we brought a Croco wallet. Let's see who will sell it. And I like to do the challenge, you know. One lady came, she was with her husband. Her husband, I remember the guy. He's a football scout. You know the people who scout football players? And she was like, my husband got me a very beautiful Hermes bag, and I wanna give him a gift back, because he gave me a nice gift. I was like, I have the right gift for you. I took them. She was with him, they was together. I set them down. I brought the tray full of Croco, 2 Croco wallets and a bunch of 2,000 dirham wallet. The Croco wallet, it was like around 12,000. Just a small wallet, 12,000.
So you showed them like the...
No, I was like...
and what the real
I put my glove, my black glove, I was like, that's your gift. And she was like, oh, Croco, like the bag, right? He bought her a Croco fucking bag, yeah. Hermes. He's a hotshot. You can see that. And she was like, oh, that's very nice. I was like, yeah, that's a Croco wallet. And it's 12,000 dirham. She was like, it's a little bit out of my budget. I looked at him. I was like, she don't love you, man. Directly. They were laughing. Like, I was like, they were like just laughing. I was like joking, but like my own way. She told me, give me just 15, 20 minutes. They went out. Not even 2 minutes, they came back. She was like, you know what? Back it. I used to be so like I didn't have the usual way, but I used to close. I used to love it, just love it for the sake of closing this challenging product. But I just had to have one dip in my life. I was a little bit depressed. During those three months of PIP, I knew they would fire me. I was like, I already shot 2 episodes before the PIP happened. I already started shooting the podcast. During that 3 months, I shot like another 5, and I launched CHEKD. So the day they told me, look, Walid, we will terminate your contract. You know what I said? I looked at the HR. I was like, can I keep the pouch? They give us a pouch when we join Louis Vuitton, a very nice pouch with like a orange chain. Yeah. And she told me like, just tell me like, Walid, sorry, we're not gonna renew your contract. Tell me. Just tell me, ask me. Walid, we're not gonna renew your contract.
Walid, we're not gonna renew your contract.
I looked at the pouch. I was like, can I keep the pouch? And my line manager, the one she wanted me to leave, she used to hate me. I don't know why. She plotted all that shit for me, actually. Yeah. She looked at me, reacting like cold as fuck. And I had to tell them, no, I don't feel good. But inside, I was like, oh, relief. I was planning it. I know during these 3 months, they will not keep me. So I was planning my escape. And now I'm happy. It was the best thing that happened to me. Not picking my job.
No, you had the time. You were able to pursue your... But now it makes sense you work with a lot of real estate agents. Because you're in sales, you understand a little bit of like
The
how
hustle, yeah.
how it goes. Why did you yourself never consider going into real estate?
Because I don't want to look. If you can get the whole pizza shop, why you just want to go get the pizza?
Maybe you're hungry.
No, I can starve myself till I get the pizza shop. Look, why I go and to be a broker? I'm good in sales. I can be a broker tomorrow, but I noticed something. I rather get 10,000 dirham per month doing what I love than making 1 million a month doing something I hate. The only twist in this story is that what I love can get me 10 million a month if I do it properly.
Yeah.
So what I love, not only that I love it, but it's more beneficial than a quick fix for my life. So that's why. That's how we see it.
You know, you talk to a lot of real estate agents. Which characteristic did you realize in the most successful ones that the rest don't have?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah,
Why?
like look, not even confidence. Like there is a quote I heard once. It really marked me. Never underestimate someone who overestimates himself. You know when you see someone who overestimates himself and you say this guy is delusional, don't underestimate that person because that delusional person, he can make it. From 10 delusional people who are overconfident, I think 5 of them they will make it. You know what I mean? Because that illusion you have in your head, it can happen. Majority of real estate agents, I see that they made it.
They're delusional.
I can see that they were delusional and now their delusion become a reality.
But
so
is that
they
like ego, or do you think it's like ego, or do you think it's delusion?
It's both. If you have an extra ego, then it's delusion because whoever you are, look, majority of successful real estate agents,
Yeah.
they have this air about them. You know, like even if he make $1 million per year,
It's not
and he sits with someone who make $100 million, he put himself and he act in such a way as if he's equal to that guy. So this is very powerful. If you can do that, it means you can make it. And also they're workaholics. They are people who are ready to sacrifice
Are you
life.
delusional?
Yeah, big time.
What makes you delusional?
No, I'm not delusional. I'm obsessive.
Obsessive.
Yeah, I have obsessions, bro. I'm obsessed with my. I don't know, like.
Why are you not delusional?
Because I'm realistic. I'm not delusional. I'm obsessive. I calculate everything. I put a strategy to whatever I want to do. I have a strategy, but I have an obsession.
But don't you think if we want to achieve those things that are crazy beyond our dreams, that when you put it in a mathematical equation, it shows you that it's a 0.1% chance, there's a higher chance of you getting electrified or electrocuted by lightning or some shit. Don't you think you have to be a little bit delusional though?
Either delusional or there is 2 ways. That's a good, this is how we're going to explain it. Either you have to be delusional or obsessive. There's two personas in success. Why you can never teach success? Because either you have to teach the person how to be delusional or how to be obsessive. And none of these 2 are teachable. Like you cannot, even the word teachable, I don't know if the word exists. Can you teach someone how to be delusional? Can you teach someone how to be obsessed? No.
It's either in them or not.
It's either in you, or like is it innately embedded in your DNA or not? I'm obsessive, I know that. I have an obsession about what I want to do for forever. Like I told you, I remember the TV I used to, I used to watch when I was a kid. It's an obsession, it's built within you. It's different, man. Like you cannot, if there is a pill or a treatment I can do that will make me forget about my dreams, I swear to God, I'll go and do it. It's like, it's not fun when I work 12 hours, not because it's fun. I work 12 hours because if I don't, I will get punished by my brain. I will have like depression. You know what I mean? If I
feel like you did it successful that day. You weren't successful.
Yeah, if I don't work for what I want to do, I will literally feel depressed. I will feel sad. I will feel
and you love the work that you're doing.
I love it. Like it's my element. So you cannot teach this. I'm not saying I'm successful. I think I can be. I will make it. But once the day I'll be successful, I will announce it as loud as I can that you cannot teach success because you cannot teach someone how to be obsessed or delusional.
Yes, I agree. Because there's no recipe. It's really based person by person. For example, we hear a lot of shit about people who sell courses, right? But there's one thing I do realize and I do acknowledge. mentors. Like a lot of successful people had mentors because someone who's where you would want to be can really give you good advice and tailor it towards you. Because the same answer towards the majority is not the same answer.
Yeah.
For example, the advice I need to get is not eat breakfast in the morning. You know, mine is I know my system. I learned it. Believe me, I want to. I love cornflakes. Believe me. But I can't.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like a psychological thing. No, I tried. I can't, unfortunately.
You
know?
get low.
I get low. My energy, and for whatever fucking reason, bro, it changes. Like, this kind of sounds weird. It changes my personality. It's so weird. Like, you see this goofy, less confident side of me whenever I eat a lot of carbs or junk food and stuff like that. But then whenever I'm eating good or don't eat, sharp. So sharp.
Can you try something for me?
Tell me, what should I try?
Do you do
Drugs.
Do you exercise?
I do, but I need to be more consistent with that too.
Okay, so
Got a gym membership last week.
Yeah, it's good. Gym Nation is the easiest.
Not Gym Nation. Actually, they keep messaging me. There's another one over here.
Look,
Yeah.
what you need to do is simple. I'm like you. When I eat, I get low. But my
And
work,
brain fog. You know brain fog?
brain fog. Yeah. So listen, what I notice something is like when I work out during the day. So you eat protein, whatever. You told me I eat meat. I'm good. You eat a little bit of meat, and then you go a hardcore exercise. You take shower. You're ready to kill it. Try this. Maybe it will work.
That's the thing I want to do. But you know, it's this weird concept of in my brain. I'm like, but I need to get this work done. And that's you know, I feel like this is the thing. I'm tricking myself into not going and actually exercising. But Kash, you know that if you go work out, you're gonna end up doing better at this stuff, right? Like, bro, I did a crazy workout 4 days ago, and then we want to be more consistent with it, and I keep blaming it on other things. Like, oh, right now we have to get this done. Right now we have to get that done. I'll give you an example. Okay, I'll tell you about my day today. Bro, woke up in the morning, was waiting for the Legend of Omar to come on time. But he ended up coming to the studio. Who was the first podcast we were supposed to do? Take a guess. Take a guess who we were supposed to podcast today. Take a guess. First thing around 12:30. Guess who we were supposed to podcast?
Someone who like early podcast.
No. Like, guess who we were gonna have I'll give you a hint. I mentioned him today.
Oh, TriFit guy, Mehdi.
We were supposed
He's
to.
amazing.
Do that. Yeah. Yesterday we were supposed to do a pod with him at 12:30. And bro, we moved around like our schedule. I had the client thing. If you're a client watching this, it's not you. But we moved around stuff so we can make it happen. And bro, he canceled like last minute. His assistant messaged us. The next day, they're like, let's do it the next day, same time. And can you? We're like, okay, let's do it. Today, bro, imagine the whole team came, setting the place up for 1 hour. And bro, I'm not giving this as reasons, but I'm just telling you how the day went. I'm like, okay, let's not go to the gym. Let me prepare for the.
Oh, that's why you asked me if I did it today.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it 10 days ago.
I was like, bro, and again canceled last minute. Like 30 minutes before, they asked us to come to their studio, which I was okay with, but we had the whole thing like.
Oh, they wanted you to do it in another studio.
Yeah, but they didn't tell me about any of this. They told me.
But
this
they told you send us pictures of your studio.
Bro, we send them the link, videos, everything.
Yeah,
done.
maybe that's
no,
why.
but the thing is, like 30 minutes before the thing, they said, "Look, the guy."
You did the
busy
podcast
guy.
with him?
No, he ended up not coming. He told us he had an emergency. Let's schedule it for another time. Now, look, this is the thing. I'm not trying to say it in a way as in, oh, he's canceled. Like, I know he's a busy guy. I know he's running a very successful agency. I know him even.
No, he has a
saying
broker.
yes to come on my podcast is a big. I understand that, but the thing is, like, I'm saying the story as in how the day started and how it went, right?
Yeah, not because of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Not because I'm not blaming him, but then the mood, because it's not just me. You have the producer, you have another person on the team, there's everyone waiting for this. And then my dumbass, I told other people that, like, oh, he's gonna come on the pod, all these kind of things. And then from there, then we had the client coming up, but we're already in a effy mood, not in a very good mood. Then the client should have to happen. And then after that, it goes on, and you have to restart yourself. Because, bro, when you prepare
that's
for
not
a pod,
an excuse for gym, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say. I skipped it so I can get done with preparing for the
when you finish,
pod.
go to the gym.
I want to do that again today, but then the client should, like, these things rack up. But I understand that I need to make it, how do I say it? I need to make it one of those things you just have to do. Like, you have to eat in a day.
You have to eat, So I'm in that stage.
Yeah.
For example, for me, I have to make at least once a week, I have to do full body workout. The reason, for example, this week I didn't go is because I had a lot of work and I was sick. So I had that flu and I didn't do it.
Last week we
No, but I have a friend, for example, Yusuf. He told me gym should be like when you wake up, you go and brush your teeth and wash your face. The gym have to be as important. You have to eat and you have to work and then you have to go to the gym. I'm trying to make it like, I'm not telling you that you had to go to the gym. No, I'm trying to be. And you know what's the biggest thing? You're still young. How old you are now?
Me, I'm 23.
Bro, 23. Your testosterone levels, it's in the top. You will never come back.
Hopefully, that's not
like
jinx it.
I'm
go check it. They're gonna think I'm a fan.
if you flip the digits of your age, it's my age. I'm 32.
You're 32?
Yeah, I don't look 32.
So
but
when I become 24, you're gonna be 34?
exactly.
So we'll just keep flipping ages. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens if I become younger? Then you also become younger?
No, it
Doesn't work like that?
No, it doesn't work like that. But what I'm telling you is that if you build a habit of going to the gym now, bro, when you reach my age, bro, you'll be on another level. Literally, bro.
Hopefully. We gotta see.
Yeah.
I want Mr. Omar to also join me.
Yeah, and stop eating
Omar, have you been going to the gym?
Sneaker.
Have you been going to the gym or no?
Every day, man.
Every day? Say
with sneaker bars.
Yeah, I was thinking about holding them in his hands.
But I just want to circle back to Mehdi story, bro.
How was the pod with him?
It was amazing. And I can tell you this thing. He's a super busy guy.
Did he reschedule with you or no?
But let me finish. There is some people, they don't even tell you, I have to cancel. They just don't show up. So if he told you sorry, it's an emergency.
He did it. His assistant did.
Or his assistant, Nida, I think. Nida, right?
Yeah, same one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
out, Nida.
yeah. Bro, the guy, he's worth trying to reschedule with him, and he's such a knowledgeable person. Yeah, but like, just
sure.
it's okay. It happens. You can never know what happened, bro.
What time did you do the podcast?
It was a morning at 11
I think that's what it is. They told us to do 12:30 p.m. And I was so confused. I'm like, doesn't he have work at that time?
No, he of course, bro. Look, I am productive. You know at what time I do my edits?
What time?
Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. in the morning. That's my productivity.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Omar, close your ears when he said that, okay? Sleep.
You're like
Sleep.
me?
Don't be productive at that time.
Yeah.
Omar, don't.
You know why?
Please.
But no.
That's the only part Omar listened in the podcast. He closed his ears on the gym and stuff.
You know why? At that moment, everything is calm. Omar, do you edit on your couch or on a desktop or a station?
On the station.
You have a good, comfortable station.
Yeah.
I don't have the luxury of a comfortable station yet.
Not comfortable station. It's like a table and chair. You know.
Yeah, but like the proper chair, right? The comfortable chair, not this chair. No, normal chair.
You just shut on my chair. Not this shitty podcast chair. I'm joking.
No. It's a normal chair for a table. Not for editing for 5 hours.
Yeah.
For me, I lay. So what I do is that I do, because I have ADHD, I'm dyslexia, and all the problems that can happen in your neurology. So I have in my living room, I have the couch, all right, and I have the table. So I do like 30 to 40 minutes on the couch, 30 to 40 minutes on the table. So I keep jumping.
You actually do that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you keep switching.
Yeah, because you cannot stay just in one place. You have to move. But for me, it's like 30 minutes max, and I have to jump to the table and then edit a little bit there and then jump again. And then edit a little bit there and then jump again and like pack till I finish.
Bro, the thing about Omar, I'm telling you, like, whenever we're both like doing our work, the way we're going about, like, I just love it, man. Like, we have these moments where, like, okay, there was a day we just shot a full-on we did something that's like, okay, how are we gonna do this? I don't know, but we figured it out. We did it. And then, like, the best moments are sometimes when we're just sitting down, eating, and watching, like, another podcast or our own podcast. Just something about it is so cool. And the way we met, the way the whole thing happened is crazy.
Where did you meet? School?
No. That would have been good, though. No. I think when I was in school, Omar was in... Well, which grade were you? Like, grade 7? You shook kindergarten. What kind of math are you doing right now? He's doing math, not math. But basically... Omar, we met because he was doing video production for this club. Okay, I'm not mention which club, but this club he was doing video production for. We should send this part to... I'm now realizing, people are actually going to watch. But what's it called? He was doing it, and we had this task where I had to go interview people in a concert, and he was the videographer. And it's the first time we ever do a shoot or something together, and the first time we had to spend 13 hours together. Bro, our legs didn't work well for 4 days. My legs were hurting.
Wow.
We had to go to the concert, talk to people, and just the energy we had, because I did have other videographers with me. With him, it was just different. But the way we were doing jokes, the way we were doing things, it felt right. It felt right.
You had like a good chemistry.
Get good chemistry, a good laugh, like bro, 13 hours of non-stop walking and trying to interview people. Girls are saying no, some are saying yes, this is what's going on. But we're just laughing the whole time, having like a good time, you know? And that's one part that's really important. Look, bro, this entrepreneur journey, this podcasting, everything is it's a long journey, right? Especially if it's something worth being good.
Yeah.
Everyone always says this. It's not the end goal. It's not that checkpoint, the ending, right? It's more about the journey and the people you surround yourself with that you're actually going to do it. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to do this every day with this guy? He could be the most skilled person in the world.
But he's shit. Yeah.
But like, you don't actually enjoy hanging out with him. Like you don't actually enjoy it. Like he could be the guy who actually wakes up at 8 a.m., comes on time, does the things which Omar at some point will hopefully, but you don't actually vibe with him.
Yeah, I mean, you need like in the founder or the founding stage, you need people who have chemistry. Then in the future, you can.
We always talk about the podcast host, but we never talk about the producer. For musicians, we always talk about the producers. For the rappers, we always talk about the producers, people who are producing the beats, right? Because the people realize how important it is. But for podcasting, we never talk about hosts. The producers. It's a huge effect. If he doesn't find me cool, funny, or anything, or whatever I'm trying to be, if he doesn't find it that, it's not gonna feel like that when the output comes out.
Yeah, let's talk about this actually. That's my secret.
If he thinks I'm an idiot,
Yeah.
and then literally like, man, can this guy shut up? It's never gonna work.
Yeah, like he have to direct you. Yeah.
Right, Omar?
But the most important thing in podcasting, I'm gonna say it, the most important thing as a podcaster is the clips. And you might disagree with me on this, but it is the clips. We are living in an age that there is 1 million podcaster in the globe, and if you're not consistent in those clips, it might take you forever to be a figure as a podcaster. You can post in Spotify and YouTube, but you have to stay 5-6 years to make it. If you have notoriety on social media by snipping and clipping out your podcast, because they're like teasers. And the good thing is like in each of them you can put a valuable information or an entertaining
What's the
bit.
most important thing in clipping that you realize like that allows, when you look at the videos that went viral, what was it that allowed it to go viral?
Look, for me, I noticed something about clips in podcast. These things are like insiders. Like this is niche podcast clipping. So the hook in podcasting, it doesn't have to make sense. It can be stutter. It can be someone doing what? It can be like a facial. You know why your clip went viral?
Why?
Because the facial expressions you had. So your clip, I can analyze it. Why it made viral? It was a good storytelling bit. You said a good story. It was super relatable about dating. It has a good twist plot. You had a good hook. Okay, dating in Dubai. So it's a hook, and your facial expressions was the it was the extra. It was the sauce that make it. Because facial expression as an actor, if you have facial expression, it's a huge. You know that if you go to social media, the biggest content that go viral, like in Algeria, there is a guy called CHEKD. He's super viral. His secret is the facial expression. He do silent reels with writing, but he's just doing facial expressions. So your reel, it went viral because of facial expressions. So that's what I want to say. The secret in podcast clips, the hook, it doesn't have to make sense. It has to be eye-grabbing.
Something visual?
Or like odd.
It needs to be a visual hook or something. Something you don't see.
Something like whatever you said, it doesn't have to add up to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what I do, I watch the whole episode. I mark. I have green, orange, and red. Green are usually bits I like, something valuable. Orange is something that can be a hook, but it's not really hooky. And red is the hooks. So if I have 7 of those reds, it means I have good 7 clips. Sometimes I have 3, so I can add from the orange ones. So that's the first. And the second thing, I put the hook, and then because I watched the episode 1 or 2 times, I already know that hook with what it can work. So I can bring something a bit from here with a bit from here. One of the green ones, I can put it with it, and then I can make a reel that's because I have like now around 6 reels that went above 1 million views across channels, all the channels. And for me, being only 9 months in this, and my clips are podcast clips. It's not even like it's a podcast clip. It's not like
taken out of an actual podcast.
Yeah, it's like taken out of an actual podcast. So to make this to go viral 6 times, it means you knew something, you know?
Yeah.
I have plenty of 100K plus, but I have like around 6 or 7 1 million plus views. Like reels with 1 million plus. I have 2.4 million. I know you did 2.7 million from your first take, but hitting a podcast with 2 million views and a podcast clip, and you're new, it means you have something.
Video, bro. Hopefully. You want to do a story right now? I want to tell you one right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Do you ever post storytelling on your channel or no?
Of course, bro.
You put?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
all
let's
storytelling.
But it's all mostly about real estate stuff, right?
Yeah, mostly about real estate and business.
Do I have real estate? Sorry, I'm trying to think.
You have real estate guests?
You never put something that's not about real estate?
No, of course I do. Like the new one.
Because I have some interesting.
I have another
stories.
one about a guy who did. This guy he's like almost a centimillionaire, and he give to charity 80% of his money.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'll tell you one of my stories, but then remind me, because you're Algerian, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? You're Algerian, and remind me to go back to something, because I have a story about this.
About Algerians.
Yeah. It's a funny one, but what's it called? Bro, wait, is the mics and everything good? Everything fine?
No,
okay.
I think this one have an overheating issue, right?
Yeah, this is an older one.
Yeah, that's why.
No, but now it's fine, yeah? It's good? Okay. But what's it called? Let's see, which one of the stories? Okay. I just remembered it. Okay. Bro. So, this is so funny, because I just remembered, all these, because, bro, man, ever since that video, I mean, a little bit before that, I started, taking notes just on my iPhone whenever I remember something from my past.
Yeah.
That I can, put. Because the thing is, what people don't realize is, these are not things I can take. That is not what I actually have done. The reason why the facial expression, because it's I'm going back in time and I'm trying to recreate it, and I know it so well because I was in that situation. Bro, long story short, I was hanging out with this girl. Okay, it's a really beautiful girl, having a great time. The weather was a little bit breezy, and she was like, "Let's go to my place," which I was like, okay, it sounds great.
It's very hard to say no for
that. But the
that.
vibes were a little bit friendly. It wasn't like that. But I knew if I play my cards right, this could go.
You're risking the friend zone.
But it could go well if I play my cards right. But we go to her place. And thank God we went to her place, not to my place. Because listen, man, I don't know what these Dubai girls are doing to be living in these penthouses, bro. I don't know what they're doing, but my place ain't no penthouse. I'll tell you that. Okay. We go to her place. She takes me to this really cozy room. And it had a projector, very, very chill, cozy vibe. And I was like, damn, okay, this is good. And she's like, put anything you want on YouTube. She went to get water.
Nobody was in the house.
Nobody was in the house. So she got a penthouse by herself. I don't know how, but nobody's in the house, okay? Thank God. It would be weird if I go there and the husband. So
How old is she?
How old is she? She's older than me. She's 27, 28.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways.
I have this thing with girls being older, man. I don't know why. Anyways. But basically, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna set the mood. Okay, I'm gonna start playing my cards right from now, bro. She comes back. I play one of my favorite songs. I'm playing "Color Violet" by Tory Lanez. Okay, the first 4 seconds, she's like, "Oh no, we don't fuck with him." I was like, "What? Tory Lanez? The song or Tory?" It's like, "No, we don't. I don't fuck with people who abuse women or something." I'm like, "Abuse? What? Tory? Are you talking about the Megan Thee Stallion situation?" First of all, okay, we don't 100% know if he shot her in the foot. Okay, even though he's in jail, we don't know if he shot her in the foot. Okay, and then I'm like, he made Color Violet. She made Wakashi Wasta. She made Would I sacrifice another Megan Thee Stallion foot for another Tory Lanez album? Yes, I would do it. Now, as I'm doing this, almost felt like I was in court and I was trying to
Defend Tory Lanez.
Defend Tory Lanez, Your Honor. It's not my fault. She has a big ass foot, and it almost felt like I was doing that. Bro, I look at her, okay, and I'm like, shit, Kash. You're playing the wrong game. You forgot the main actual game you're trying to play over here.
Yeah, you forgot about hitting that shit.
Yeah, you forgot the actual game you're trying to play. Bro. Like, you know, but I look at them like, this is like far gone. This is like, it's khalas, I've lost this.
Yeah,
this
you went like...
Bro, it was so bad. In the minute she gave me, because bro, I love Tory Lanez. Like, she gave me this book, something called like The Art of Seduction. She's like, you need that. And I was like, no,
The Art of Seduction by...
Robert Greene.
Greene.
I think it's the same
No,
guy.
it's the same writer.
Yeah.
Robert Greene's, yeah.
Man. So I look at her. I'm like, listen. I'm sorry. Like, let's just forget about it. I'll change the song. Would you like me to put some Chris Brown instead? Bro. Oh, she fucking lost it, bro. She got it because you know Chris Brown, yeah? You know what?
Because of Rihanna.
Bro,
Yeah, she was like, okay, leave.
Bro, I always do. For me, in my head, always the best jokes are the ones you should never do them in that exact moment, bro. And for whatever reason, when I'm like really passionate about something or like I find something really funny, and the other person's like not comfortable, and I need to stop this, instead of pushing it down more, I should just stop. In that moment, like I'm like, man.
Okay, let's
in my
put
head, I'm
Chris
like the best idea is
But
to
that's
put Chris
yeah,
Brown.
but that's good joke. No,
She didn't find it funny. I'll tell you that. She didn't find it funny.
I think she's a feminist or some shit.
A little bit. You could say a little bit. Like, but the conversation went into so many ways. And man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Sometimes when I look back into, I know she's gonna watch this because this comes out. She still follows me, bro. Wallah, I'm not kidding. I sometimes look back. You ever look back? You're like, man, I could have just done this instead of this.
No, bro, but no. If this really goes viral, then you made a reel out of it.
maybe. And then she comes and sues me. I don't know why. But bro, like the place.
She cannot sue you because you didn't mention who's she. So she cannot. Legally, she cannot.
Maybe it's a dude. I'm joking. It's not a dude.
Yeah. But I want to ask you something.
Yeah, tell me.
Though for those feminist women,
Yeah.
like in Dubai,
Yeah.
I feel like some of those feminist women, they come here and they give up their feminist values.
They don't say it. They don't. They don't. They say the feminist stuff, but they don't actually act it. You know.
Yeah.
They don't actually
apply it or work on it. Yeah. They just
when it comes
preach
down to and even actually same girl I'm talking about. She's a very sweet person, by the way, but she herself realized like she can't keep playing the game the way she is, and she needs to like change up a few things because the truth is like time's running out. You know. I had like some deep conversations with her before that, other than defending Tory Lanez the whole time. But oh my god, bro, this is you know what's the funny thing, bro? I mean, and this is what people didn't understand from the first video is like, it's too real. Like it's actually too real. Sometimes the stories that I'm writing in my notes, it's like, bro, it just happened. You know what? You know what started happening? I started going out with girls, and for whatever reason, I feel like they're trying to make something happen, so they turn into a story.
After that clip,
bro, it's. I think it's a thing.
So they want to go out with you and do something weird. So bro, you will do a reel about it.
There was one girl. Okay, Wallahi, bro, you cannot make this shit up. Okay, and Saraha, I did also something stupid. I'm gonna say it. Bro, we go out. Okay, literally, like I went down. I got a cab and we were gonna go to a restaurant. Bro, in the car, she's like. I've been waiting to go. Oh, that's nice of you. And she's like, yeah, yesterday's date wasn't that good. And I was like, date? You're a funny one. Huh?
So she was with you or with another guy?
She went the day before on another date.
With another guy?
If you did, why are you telling me about this?
Yeah, it's weird.
She's like, no, it's fine. Like we're more of like friends. And I was like, wait, what? What? Wait. Let's get this right. So if we're friends, why are you calling it a date? No, why did I have to get the taxi for you? and you come all the way. What kind of friends are doing? When I'm going to Omar's house, Omar doesn't order me Ubers.
Yeah.
And especially then I got a Tesla. It's only like 10 dirhams more, but still, it counts. But bro, like what's that about? And then bro, the whole time it was one of the most awkward and like it was just bad. And I'm one of the nicest people you meet, bro. And never in my life I like that. Just like, oh, we're gonna go on this. I'm like, no, we're not. Like I'm like, no, we're not. we're not gonna do it because like it was just so bad. Everything about it was so bad. And then what really started, like she kept saying something. I'm like, damn, this could I need to be careful. This could become a thing. She's like, oh, are you gonna put this in your podcast? And I'm like, but to be fair though, I'm gonna be honest, nothing went forward with that. You know what's funny? Even with the podcasting, does this also happen to you? You just hang out with someone and like they're like, oh, it's like we're in a podcast right now. It's like, bro, I used to talk before podcasting,
Yeah. Like,
it's a big thing.
Okay, let's
right?
talk about So for me, I am the biggest victim for that. Like now, there is a lot of people that just want to hang out with me, so they will be on a podcast. It's like for me, I don't blame them or.
What do you do when they ask you, "Can I come on your podcast?" and you do not want to? What do you do? Does it happen to you?
No, I tell them, guys, that's what if the person he's charismatic enough and he's my friend.
Yeah.
Jump.
If he's not, bro, the
If
most
he's
random
not,
thing,
I
the
tell
only thing,
him.
like I feel like I should be on about.
I tell
What do you
him.
do?
I tell him I cannot bring you to my podcast because, it's only with certain type of people. There is a certain qualifications, and some of them, I feel like I have to test them more because if they will, I'll tell you. Sometimes people are charismatic enough, and they know that's something important for me. I cannot just put you in a podcast. I can find someone better than you, more charismatic than you, who have more followers than you. So if you are trying to be my friend just to jump on my podcast, it's not gonna be easy. Like you have to prove it.
Yeah.
And
also, it's like sometimes people who have nothing to do with podcasting or anything or the niche, they just ask.
bro, they
It's
just
so
want to
weird.
be.
Like my question is, why do you think you should? I don't understand that. Like,
No, if they-
I
you're-
never asked people. I never go and ask someone who's building this thing. Like, hey, you should bring me on your podcast. Or if you do, like, give me a reason. Don't just tell me I want to be on your podcast.
For example, my best friend now,
Yeah.
we become best friend after my podcast. We used to be just normal acquaintances and friends, like we don't meet a lot, rarely meet. We rarely meet. So when I stopped my podcast, he was already in real estate. And I remember the first few clips, he was like, bro, that's amazing. Keep whatever I post, he reshare. He sent me DMs, you're killing it.
Yeah.
Bravo, you're doing good. And I was like, okay, I want real estate. I will be in before I become a niche in real estate. I was like, I want to be a real estate, and I don't know shit about real estate. This guy, he's somehow my friend. He know about real estate. Let me invite him for a podcast, because in my head, this guy, he just want to be in a podcast. And then I called him. I was like, hi, Yusuf, been a long time. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate you always reposting my reels and telling me that I'm doing a good job. And back then, I was a nobody. I had like 3,000 followers. Yeah. And like, I had only one reel that hit 1 million, just one. And I was like, listen, I really want to invite you for a podcast because he's charismatic, yeah? He was like, yes, I have no problem, but because I know you need to have good people and more charismatic and more interesting, I would love to be in your podcast, but I suggest someone else to be with us. And he sent me a link of the guy that really pushed my podcast. His name is Bardia. He's my first client. And we sit, me, Bardia, and him, and it was one of the best episodes I had. One of the most viewed clips. Bardia is a guy with the tattoos on my leg. He's like...
Is he Persian?
He's Persian, originally
Persian.
Swedish
shit.
Persian, yeah.
Okay.
He's,
Bardia.
So
That's
Bardia, he's the most liked guest on my podcast. I always bring him. He's been with me for 4 podcasts.
Show me him, man. Let me see if I know.
Bardia, yeah, you know him. You know Bardia. You know Bardia very well.
How long have we been shooting for, by the way? How long has this been?
1 hour and 42 minutes.
It's good. It didn't feel
that's
like that,
sick,
bro.
yeah. Let me show you Bardia. We will wrap it up in a moment.
Like I know.
Yeah. Bardia, he's this guy.
He's Persian.
Yeah.
He does not have Persian accent.
Bro, Bardia, he grew up in Sweden. He is Swedish. Originally
With
Persian.
Ibrahimovic and PewDiePie.
Exactly. But he grew
nice.
up in Sweden, then he went to the UK, and then he went to US, and then he came here, and then it's like he's between those. So what I wanted to tell you with this story is that Yusuf, he was not selfish. And then he brought Bardia. And then I realized that he brought Bardia because he wanted to win Bardia as a connection. So he's smart. He's strategic. I was like, this guy, he used my podcast to win because Bardia is a little bit respected in real estate. Not a little bit. He is respected in real estate as a content creator.
Yeah.
And Yusuf, he needed him. He looked up to him. So he's very smart. He used my podcast to get closer to Bardia and me in the same time. He created synergy. I was like, this guy should be my partner in crime in this shit. So we start meeting a lot, and he started bringing me these people. I was like, do you want to co-host with me? He's like, no. So I discovered that this
value.
Yeah, he bring value. So if you want to be in my podcast, I don't need friends. I need what's the value you're gonna bring?
Bringing that person value.
Bring me value. You're gonna get value. I'm not talking about financial value, connections, whatever. And I'm a straightforward person. When I see someone he want a podcast, I say, look, do you know that person? If you bring me that person, you will sit with me on a podcast. So yeah, but at the end of the day, this is life, and we're in Dubai, and everybody wants something. Very rare you meet people. They want the quality time. Like I've seen your podcast. I had like technically, but back then I had a lot of people, more followers than you and all of that. And your reel was not really 2 million. I discovered you before that. Like I think it was almost 1 million or around 1 million. I was like, this guy is cool. I DM'd you. You know, I'm like, the value you're gonna bring me is that, okay, that's another person in the community of podcasters that I wanna motivate, for him to quit. There is few people in Dubai that they don't do stuff for a financial gain or something in their agenda. There is few people who are very genuine.
Motivated by not money. By
they're motivated by passion, by love, by caring for people. And to be honest, now my group of friends, they're all from that. Like,
and that's very important.
Yeah, bro.
Very important, especially when times get tough because bro, in Dubai, you know, as much as I love it, there are so many times where it can like, let me just do that. Let me just do this thing everyone says. It clearly works. Let me just do it. And it's like, no, you have to remind yourself. You have to be like, hey, what is the goal? It's going to be tough. It's supposed to be hard. That's what I tell people. They're like, Kash, why do you think you can do this? Why do you think it can happen? I'm like, hey, what people don't know about that video is, man, before I posted the video, I showed it to many people that I knew. And this was before, because the video was getting edited. And I showed it to them.
Well, they're like, oh.
No one found it
approved.
Good. One guy, actually the biggest guy, looked at it and told me, this is one of the worst things I've ever watched. Literally. And he told me you should never post this. But bro, look at this.
You know why?
But this is the thing. This is what I realized. No one will understand what you're truly doing. Like no one, they're not in my head. They are this. They are what
this
they
person,
are.
he do podcast clips?
Not really.
Bro, if you knew me back then and you show me the clip, I'll tell you, if you don't post it, I kill you. Because look, if someone do content and you showed him that clip before you post it and he told you that's shit clip, that person either he's jealous, either he's jealous.
But the thing is like, bro, I don't think people understood, because this is what I keep saying. Why did I want that to be the first video? Why did I even do it in the first place? I felt like guys are not coming out with their stories and being honest and saying what's going on. No one's sharing it. Every video you feel like is trying to give you this value, or at that time specifically, many of the videos were just like these course setters. That's who was going on these studios. So then when you just find the video just straight up storytelling, there was, bro, at that time I had 8 videos and I had to choose which ones to post. I chose the one that I felt like I liked it the most. But if you actually put it on paper, like for example, how long the video is, how there wasn't any visuals, there was all these things.
No B-rolls,
nothing like that.
It was good,
You don't do any edits, you don't do anything. Bro, it went against what you're supposed to do. And everyone told me, Kash, post this one first, post that one first.
All my viral ones, they don't have B-rolls, bro.
Yeah, but this is the thing, this is what I'm trying to say.
I swear to God, all my viral ones, I'll show you right now, bro.
Exactly.
None of them have B-rolls.
You know what I wrote? You know what I wrote on my whiteboard? I'm like, listen, let it work through storytelling, not through editing.
But bro, let's face, not everybody have storytelling skills.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
And the other thing is, like, if we're trying to make it work through editing, then we have to understand that Now you need someone to come in and edit. You need someone to come and do this. Now you're adding this element to it that can go out of your hands. But if you can just sit down and do something that's like the thing that's unique than the rest, and you really enjoy it, like, bro, I'm gonna be honest, the videos I watch that I really like are not the ones that have these crazy edits and the same animations we see.
Yeah.
It's not.
That crazy animation is becoming flood. I hate it. Now
It doesn't make sense.
swear to God, now when I see someone who have those crazy animation, I scroll
Bro,
up.
I don't want to
hate
mention them.
yeah.
I don't want to mention them specifically. But again, if they watch this and they know who I'm talking about, it's an agency. MashaAllah, they're very successful. But bro, wallahi, they're turning a podcast really into a fucking movie, bro. Like they're not even, like, bro, the most highly produced is like, God damn it, bro. God damn it. What made this podcasting world so beautiful is that I can go for free and watch a Joe Rogan podcast with Andrew Huberman or Jordan B. Peterson and can change my life and I can get knowledge. It feels like I'm there.
Yeah, and it's 4 hours normal, not even
You
color
don't
graded.
pay 1 dirham. You don't even pay 1 dirham.
And there is no
But people
color
don't know this. Joe Rogan's podcast don't even get posted 4K. Like the people don't know it. It's 180p.
Yeah, it's 180. No, never post 4K.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say, the reason why I do 4K is another reason. I'll tell you after this.
Yeah.
Bro, the thing is like, and this is what's so important. We have to put our values and what we really want, and we have to remind ourselves every day because it becomes hard. It becomes hard to remember, to keep these things. To remember, Kash, wait. What are you doing? Why are you looking? There's this guy who creates content on YouTube and he says he never looks at other people for content inspiration.
Because it
what
will
he realizes-
limit him.
It makes you think this is what you should do. This is the
Yeah.
trend. What's the trend right now? I'll tell you what it is. It's
The-
the fucking split screen, the AI avatar or the AI avatar down, and above you the thing is changing. Like there's things that's visually making you keep watching it. Bro, for example, I'm just gonna say the Amani videos.
Avani, yeah.
You know which one's I'm
That's
talking about?
trend, yeah.
That's the trend
No,
right
but
now.
like I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
That's a very good subject.
Yeah.
That's a very good subject. I did a study, so I want to create content and sell services for content. After this, we will wrap up.
No, there's one more thing and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
So I did a study. Literally, I took like around 4 to 5 content creators, and I try to understand why their content go viral. And I'm gonna A/B test on another friend. Actually, Yusuf, I will A/B test it on Yusuf. I'll A/B test it on another friend called Raja. So Raja, you know what I did for her? I told her, Raja, you want to do special content in Moroccan dialect or Arabic? I have an idea for you. I told her like 40-second clip to 50 seconds. You're gonna be talking about something like a historical thing or something related to real estate, but from a historical standpoint. And in the same time, you're preparing a cup of tea, a cup of Moroccan tea. And it worked. Like, it didn't work yet, but like when we saw how the video is, it's beautiful. Now, how I did that, I studied 4 people. There is that guy who's looking at the screen of his computer. You've seen him, bearded guy. He looked at the screen of computer, but the camera is here on side, and he's like, you have to imagine. He spoke in like a weird tone. And he is just, I don't know what he's writing, you know? And the camera is literally, you don't look at the camera, it's from here. This guy, 400K, 3 million, like just 200K and above. There's another guy, he's black, very stylish, very like a handsome black guy, young, huh? Maybe 30, 23, 24. He put a foot on the top of another foot, and he starts with saying something, and the camera is panning, slowly panning. All of them, they have a certain thing repeating itself. The camera pans when he's saying the hook. Once he finished the hook, it's from another angle and there is a basket of fruit. Always a basket of fruit. There is another guy, he's prepared a sandwich and he's eating it and he's talking about economy. Stuff that are like numbers and shit. There is another girl, she's doing a dish and she's talking about relationships. Preparing a dish in her cuisine. So this merging of 2 things on the same time is powerful. That's what I'm trying to sell. And it have to be with good lighting. There is another guy, he have like yellow captions. And he's like a blonde guy with a good decoration, good lighting. So the lighting, the cinematic thing and the extra activity you're doing that has nothing to do with what you're saying. This is a new, let's call it technique or trick you can use. And that's what I'm trying to sell now as a service. I will A/B test it and I'll make it a service. And because I'm
cinematic, video,
cinematic and hacky,
yeah. I see, and I do feel like that is rare in Dubai because it's hard for people to come and replicate that.
Yeah,
you know?
Avani, they're using
Yeah.
this split screen,
Yeah,
story
yeah,
on the top and
yeah.
she's in the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing that. But end of the day, man, great podcast.
Yeah.
There's one thing. Every person who comes to my podcast, I make them do this thing.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna love it. Basically, in 1 year, this exact day, I'm gonna post a reel, which is what you're about to do. Look
Wow.
into this camera.
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking to your future self.
Yeah.
Okay. Mention 5 things. So 5 goals you have
I love the
to your
idea, bro.
to your future self. Okay.
Yeah.
5 things. And in the future, when I post that reel,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna respond to it in the comments. The future you. So mention 5 things that you either want to achieve or a goal or anything that you want to have. Like you're literally talking to your future self right now, and you're telling him what you're gonna do.
Listen, Walid, I'm not gonna give you a hard time. I'm not gonna postpone the tasks for you, Walid, of 30 January 2026. If you're hearing this, I'm gonna make sure that by now you have short films being viral on CHEKD Films YouTube channel.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah,
How many short films?
A minimum
Look into the
12.
camera, look into
Minimum
the
12 short films.
Okay. Second one.
Second one, your podcast is blowing up on YouTube and Spotify. You have at least 2 sponsors.
What is blowing up on YouTube? So
You
how many
have you
views is it
you
getting?
hit your first 1 million views on YouTube
Okay.
as an episode.
3.
Third thing is like you checked media. You're having your clients. Checked media
How
is.
many clients do you want to have?
I'm talking about numbers. You're making a minimum 100K per month revenue.
Dirhams
at least.
or rupees?
No dirhams.
That's good because rupees. would
Yeah,
probably be good.
yeah. The Europe is really a problem.
yeah.
Fourth thing, you finally lived. You are finally able to live the between lifestyle, meaning you can live between Dubai and other cities.
So you can travel while you're doing
You can
this.
travel and work.
How
yeah.
many people? How many places do you want to travel?
I want to be between Dubai, Bali, and Zanzibar.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes check Europe and.
Okay.
The fifth thing, it's a little bit personal.
Say it.
I'm not sure if I can say it.
Say it. Say it. I think I know what you want to say. Say it. Does it have to do with the ring?
You know what I. You know
Does
what
it have to do with the ring?
No, like 1 second. You know, no, it does. It's a little bit of that.
Okay, say it because someone else did it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be really cool.
But like, you know, what's this personal thing? And by then, it's not really a ring. Actually, it's not a ring. But by then, this thing it will be done. It'll be sorted. It's a problem that should be fixed. It's a family thing. But
Okay.
by then.
But when you fix it and you respond to yourself in
Yeah.
the comments, say whatever.
I will say, oh yeah, if it's
fix
gonna
it.
be fixed,
Not if.
it will be fixed, and I will comment about it.
That's the fifth.
Bro,
thing.
I really love this last thing.
Yeah.
He's interesting. That's
Good,
smart.
I'm telling you.
You're crazy.
So if it doesn't
you're
do
a
it
creative
now,
guy.
in 1
yeah.
year, it's gonna
happen. Yeah.
And they're gonna watch you because, bro, in 1 year the page is gonna be grown a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to it and they're gonna watch.
And add me.
And bro,
Collaborate. Add me
every
as a
week,
collaborator.
for sure, bro. Every week there's gonna be a guest. There's gonna be something happening, right? So guess what, bro? In 1 year, then you have this thing that it goes
Wow.
back to. It's gonna be crazy.
It's like
bro.
a time machine.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
this, bro, when it comes to this podcasting stuff, you know this. Whenever you do something creative, everyone starts copying it. And the beautiful part about this is, if you want to copy it, 1 year, motherfucker. One year.
You have to wait for 1 year.
1 year. 1 year. But bro, I love it. And don't forget, respond to yourself in the comments.
Yeah.
Remember the things you mentioned. I love the way you went about it because, bro, there was one guy we did with last week. The last thing he said was, I'm going to marry my girlfriend. And his girlfriend was like right over there. It was crazy, bro.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is, throughout the year, so the video that comes out, I'm telling you this because I don't want, you have to achieve
Bro,
the things
you know what
said.
you can do? You can literally post it now and schedule it.
Yeah,
You can
bro,
schedule it.
Bro, it's no, we can't. I'll tell you why. Bro, I want you to, I might do that and another thing. It might be 2 videos and you'll see what I mean by this. I want to put the pressure on you and I want to tell you this because you have to do it because what's going to happen is I'm not just going to post a video. It's going to be the split screen thing and on the top I'm going to show you those things you said you're going to do. I'm going to show it.
Oh, yeah.
So you have
To do it, yeah.
You
Otherwise,
have
we
to.
cannot. Bro, you just put a chip on me.
Because I'm going to post it, by
yeah,
the way.
I love the
and
idea.
soon, we still haven't, but we're going to make people sign contracts when they come on the thing.
But Kash,
Because it's
I
one of
want
those
you to
things I
promise
want
me
people to-
something.
I'll promise you 5 things.
Promise me. Just one thing.
Yeah.
One thing from
Be
you.
consistent.
Yeah. Post once a week, a full length, and clip
Yeah.
out minimum 5 reels. If you do this for 3 months only, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You have to be a consistent podcaster, and there is a pod club community. You know it? There is a community. I'll add you in
Yeah.
it. I'll add you. You have to be in this community. They're all
Sure.
podcasters. Look, the community of podcasters is growing
Can
in
producers
Dubai.
also come?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Okay.
This community is growing faster than the rap community or the actors community in Dubai. There is a lot of podcasters in Dubai. I'm telling you, it's the first community that will launch the other communities. You know, because if we go big and you bring in a wannabe rapper, when we gonna go big and you bring a rapper who's talented or a comedian, you'll give him a platform. You put him on the map. So our job is important.
I see. Bro, it's literally platforming the right people. That's how
Yeah.
I see it. That's literally my goal, man. Because I know people. When I tell people I want to change culture, I love Dubai so much. I feel like they perfected everything, and they gave us everything. Hey guys, I gave you this safe, amazing place. Shift shit, make shit happen.
Let's make shit happen.
So that's what that's what I want to do.
Let's make that shit happen.
So look, we're gonna post it in 1 year. I love this. It was great. And bro, I have a question. Do you think that story was good? The one we did? Do you think it was good?
Clip that.
Okay.
There is two. There
Clip
is the
that.
Tory Lane,
Yeah.
and there is the girl who is like, "Are you gonna put that in your podcast?"
No,
There's
that
two.
one because bro, she's actually gonna like she's gonna see, and I'm
Yeah,
telling
post
you,
that shit on. Look, post,
bro. That one
Tell
I
her-
do not. No, she annoyed me so much because I was like, it's actually kind of a good idea, but she annoyed me so much. I'm like, man, there's no way I'm gonna, because I can imagine her face looking at it, being like, yes, no, she does not deserve it.
But if you put it, you
Two
know,
Tesla taxis too also. Wallah.
no,
all
but
the
like
way
if you
to Baklava.
put her as she's digging.
Maybe I should remove her. She don't see it.
She's got remove her. Yeah, put it and remove her. She will never taste the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
That would be
bro.
great.
But this was great, man. We ate, we spoke, we did everything.
The
It's
pizza
everything
was
I imagined
amazing.
it to be.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
I'm really happy. Thank you for your time, man.
Kash,
That's a wrap.
by the way, you have to add a $sign next to your name.